All content shared here is for education and awareness. This video reflects personal experience and widely recognized trauma patterns. Details are generalized for privacy. This is not medical advice, but education and support. People often expect trauma to fade once the event is over, once the threat is gone, once the money is recovered, once the relationship ends, once time passes. But trauma doesn't work that way. For many people, the hardest part doesn't begin during the event. It begins after, when everything is quiet, when you finally have space to feel. Trauma doesn't end when danger stops. It ends when the nervous system learns safety again. Stage 1: Shock and disbelief. In the first stage, the brain enters shock. This is the mind's emergency response to overwhelming information. People may seem calm, detached, or strangely functional. Inside, everything is paused. You may replay conversations repeatedly. You may feel numb. You may question whether it really happened. You may feel disconnected from your body or surroundings. Shock is not denial, it is protection. The brain temporarily suspends emotional processing so you can survive the moment. This stage gives the nervous system time to stabilize before deeper emotions surface. Stage 2: Confusion and self-doubt. As shock begins to wear off, confusion takes its place. You begin searching for meaning. You replay events. You question your decisions. You scrutinize your intuition. Thoughts like, why didn't I see this? Why did I trust? Why didn't I stop sooner? Trauma fractures self-trust. The mind looks for certainty after reality has been disrupted. This stage can feel disorienting and exhausting because the brain is trying to rebuild logic after betrayal or harm. Stage 3: Shame, anger, and internalized blame. This stage is often the most painful. Shame tells survivors they should have known better. It convinces people to stay silent. It isolates. Anger often appears alongside shame. Anger at what happened, anger at systems that failed, anger at people involved. And often, anger turned inward. Self-blame feels safer than powerlessness. If it was your fault, the brain believes it can prevent it from happening again. But this belief keeps people trapped. Stage 4: Grief and loss. This stage is real grief. Not only grief over what was lost materially, but grief over who you were before, the future you imagined, the trust you had, the sense of safety you relied on. Even if the situation or person was not real, the emotional bond was. Grief demands acknowledgement. Ignoring it only prolongs healing. Why trauma can linger? Trauma does not live only in memory. It lives in the nervous system. When trust or safety is violated, the body remains alert. The brain scans for danger. Sleep becomes disrupted. Anxiety increases. Hypervigilance develops. This is often called betrayal trauma or complex trauma. The nervous system learned that safety was compromised. Healing requires teaching it safety again. That takes time. The turning point. The turning point happens when the internal question changes. Instead of asking, what is wrong with me? You begin asking, what happened to me? How did this affect my nervous system? Why did my brain respond this way? Education replaces shame. Understanding replaces self-judgment. Awareness restores self-trust. This is where survivors begin reclaiming power. How healing actually begins. Healing does not begin with forgetting. It does not begin with forced positivity. It does not begin with rushing closure. Healing begins with safety, with being believed, with speaking without shame, with reconnecting to the body, with allowing grief to exist without judgment. Healing is layered. Healing is nonlinear. Healing is deeply personal. You are not broken. You adapted. You survived. Your nervous system is recalibrating. If this video helped you understand your experience or someone you care about, please share it. You are not weak for still feeling this. You are human.